Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. In this video, we're going to talk about volume of prisms, specifically rectangular prisms. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to talk about volume of rectangular prisms. This is what a rectangular prism looks like. Its base shape is a rectangle with dimensions length by width. Now, prisms actually have a third dimension called height, which makes them 3D objects. Length, width, height. Here is the height. Now, the formula that we know for volume of prisms is big B times H. Now, big B just stands for the area of the base shape. In this prism, remember, we have a base shape of a rectangle, which makes this a rectangular prism. H stands for the height of the prism. Now, each prism will have a different base shape, which means it'll have a different name. For example, a triangular prism will have a triangular base. A hexagonal prism will have a hexagonal base. In this example, for a rectangular prism, we are going to replace big B with the area formula for the base shape of a rectangle. Don't let the big B confuse you. What is the area formula for a rectangle? Length times width. All that means is instead of saying big B, we can now replace big B with the formula for area of our base shape, length times width. This is where the common phrase length times width times height comes from. All rectangular prisms have a base shape of a rectangle, which means they all have a length by a width, which means that length times width times height can be used for all rectangular prisms, including cubes, because the base shape is a square, and a square is really a rectangle, which means it also has a length and a width, which means we can also use length times width times height for all cubes, in addition to all rectangular prisms. Let's try finding the volume of a rectangular prism that has dimensions 8 inches by 5 inches by 6 inches. Remember, 8 inches is the length, 5 inches is the width, and 6 inches is the height. Now the only thing left to do is replace these variables with these values. The length is 8 inches. The width is 5 inches. And the height is 6 inches. Technically, they want us to multiply the length and the width together first, but because we are multiplying, we can multiply in any order. I'm just going to go straight across for this one though. 8 inches times 5 inches. Well, 8 times 5 is 40. Inches times inches can be represented as inches to the second power. Bring down your 6 inches. And finally, we just have to multiply 40 inches squared by your 6 inches. 40 times 6 is 240. Inches squared times inches is inches cubed, or inches to the third power. This means we could say the volume of this rectangular prism that has a length of 8 inches, a width of 5 inches, and a height of 6 inches has a volume of 240 cubic inches. We don't want to say inches to the third power, inches cubed. We want to say cubic inches. Just to recap, in this video, we learned that the volume of all prisms can be found using the formula V equals big B times H, where big B stands for area of the base shape and H stands for height of the prism. This is where the common phrase length times width times height comes from. This formula can be used for all rectangular prisms, including cubes. See you next time. Hey guys, it's Jessica. Thank you so much for learning with me. If you enjoyed this mini lesson, like this video and share it with your friends. And remember, subscribe to Just Focus Online Learning for more amazing educational videos.